From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of the female of the species.
For once, Tarzan's life was peaceful and uncomplicated. The dread Tarmangani, the white man, had not appeared in the jungle for many moons. Wapi, the antelope, Bara, the deer, and Horta, the boar, waxed fat, supplying fine meat. And in the fields, the Kafir corn of the Punya tribe grew tall. Tarzan remained with the Punyas, fishing and hunting and resting. His face wore a contented smile as he walked along a narrow path and entered the village. The smile broke into a broad grin as he paused before Sui, a young native girl.
Well, Sui, looks as though you have a new pet.
It's Nita.
Yes, I can see it's a bird.
It was Icona.
A green eagle? Huh? Oh, no, Sui, the bird is a parrot.
Parrot?
Yes, sometimes people teach them to talk.
Oh, Tarzan teases Sui.
No, I mean it. There aren't many around here, or I might have caught one and taught it to talk myself. Let's see. Oh, yes, I thought so. This bird is a stranger to this country.
What Tarzan mean?
He's escaped from somewhere and flown here. See, he has a band about his leg.
Maybe a parrot's wedding band.
No, he looks like a bachelor to me. He has no worried expression about his eyes.
Someday Tarzan marries. Is that language a parrot?
A parrot will imitate anyone's language. I wonder what people owned him. Perhaps he comes from a Bantu tribe. Jumbo? I guess not. Maybe he was a pet at the office of the French consulate. Bonjour, Monsieur Parrot. Bonjour.
Parrot not talk.
I'm not ready to give up yet. He may have belonged to a Boer or an Englishman. Begroting. Hello.
Oh, he moves wings.
Jumbo, you'll be calling. Hello.
Oh, if I had him for 1 month, I could teach him to say everything. Sui.
Yes, Tarzan?
Do I own anything for which you would like to trade this bird?
Oh, Tarzan can have birds.
Jumbo, you'll be calling. Hello.
Perhaps you'd like this amulet of bronze.
Oh, if Tarzan want to make gift of amulet to Sui, she'd be much happy. But even without gift, parrot is Tarzan's. Sui give Tarzan anything she owns.
Oh, thank you, Sui, but the charm is yours. Here, I'll just put it around your neck myself here. Bill. Yes, Bill. That's a good name for the parrot. Can you say your name? Bill? Bill.
You'll be calling. Hello.
You know what I'm going to do, Sui? I'm going to take him with me when I leave for my seacoast cabin. By the time I return, he shall know many, many words.
Tarzan leave soon?
Perhaps when Goro the moon rises over the Congo.
Well, first see strange warrior who wait for Tarzan in jungle.
What? A strange warrior? What are you talking about, Sui?
Oh, Sui forgot. She was looking for cooking herbs when great tall stranger grabbed her arm. He say, send Tarzan to me.
Why didn't he come into the village?
He afraid of Punya warriors.
Here, you better take care of Bill for me. I shall find out the business of this great tall stranger.
Oh, be careful, Tarzan.
I shall beware of tricks. I don't like the sound of the warrior's actions. Don't worry about me, Bill. I shall be back for you. Tell me your name and your tribe. State your business with Tarzan.
Me, Mirabo, Senegalese.
A Senegalese? What are you doing here, thousands of miles from Senegal?
Mirabo's people choose him to come to Tarzan, Lord of Jungle.
I do not know your people.
Senegalese know of Tarzan. Know Tarzan strong, brave, wise. Only Tarzan can help my people in time of big trouble.
What is your big trouble?
All young men of tribe disappear one at a time. Soon, none but women, old men, and babies left.
Oh, but slave raiding has virtually been wiped out. particularly on the west coast.
It's not slave raiders, Tarzan. Senegalese no way of slavers. No signs of struggle in forest, no horses or camels, nothing.
Well, whatever it is, it does not concern Tarzan. Talk to your government people in Dakar.
I've been to Dakar. I've been to Villa Cisneros, Spanish capital of Rio de Oro near Mirabo's tribe.
Well?
They send soldiers, not find anything.
And how do you expect me to find anything?
You, Tarzan.
I would like to help you, but I've had many injuries lately. I hesitate because of the trek of thousands of miles required to reach your country.
Boat waits at Lagos to take Mirabo and Tarzan to Senegal. If Tarzan not come, no longer he be called Lord of Jungle.
I shall come, Mirabo. Not to keep my title, but your respect.
We shall return to Tarzan in just a moment.
Wind blows. Look like much trouble.
We'll be docking within the hour. Surely the storm will not attack that quickly.
Mirabo not think of ship in storm. He think of people in his village. Often during storm, Kahali's spirits steal our young men.
You said you didn't know who stole your young men. Who or what is this Kahali spirit?
Only name, Tarzan. People not know what or who it is. Only that often in storm, Usha, the wind, sing in new voice. And when storm has gone too is Senegalese warrior.
You're sure the wind sings in a new voice? What is this nonsense you speak, Mirabo?
Mirabo speak with straight tongue. Song of Usha, sweet and strange, like voice of angel. Angel of death.
We will not speak of it again. I cannot afford to be misled by your tribal superstitions. As soon as we've disembarked, we will go immediately to the district where the Kahali spirit steals your warriors.
First, Tarzan come to Senegal village for welcome feast.
There will be time enough for feasts and celebrations when the Kahali is no more.
It's good road, no, Tarzan?
Yes, for our country, this road is fine. Clay is hard-packed. Yet, despite the work of cutting through the jungle growth, I always feel more comfortable when there is no path.
As Tarzan and Mirabo travel north, path disappear.
Tijikja was the last city we passed?
One village, Ata, remained before we reach border of Rio de Oro.
And you believe the Kahali lies in that direction?
Strange song of Kahali come from there.
If only you would stick to facts instead of relying on your imagination. What was that?
What was what?
That strange, far-off sound.
Mirabo hear nothing. Was Tarzan's imagination.
There. I heard it again.
Mirabo heard nothing.
Perhaps Tarzan's hearing is more acute. I guess I heard the call of the Kahali.
But if the strange music had not been a mere figment of Tarzan's imagination, at least it was heard no more that night nor the next. The last outpost of civilization, the tiny city of Attar, was left behind. Mile after mile of tangled forest was traversed, and then suddenly Mirabo's eyes were fixed and glassy.
No, Mirabo, don't look like that. Mirabo, don't let it get you under its spell.
I come, Kahali.
Mirabo!
I come, Kahali.
I'll catch you, Mirabo. I'll run after you until my legs desert my body.
But although Tarzan ran with all his might, he could not overtake the entranced Mirabo. His legs ached from the running. His body was wet with heat and exhaustion. His tongue was swollen from thirst. And as he staggered on, the strange, beckoning call echoed in his ears, dinned in his brain, blotting out all else until Mirabo was forgotten, and only the haunting melody existed. And as night descended on the Congo, the voice of Kahali finally led Tarzan to a small orchid-strewn clearing with a babbling spring.
Water. Wonderful water. On an urn. A wonderful silver urn. And the water is as clear as a shaft of moonlight. Good. Sleepy. Tarzan is so sleepy. Over there, that soft bower of sweet-smelling boughs and moss.
¿Cómo parece fuerte?
He very strong.
Señor Tarzan y también muy guapo.
See, he is very handsome.
Siento Leo Morena.
Silencio. It is agreed that he is strong and handsome and has bronze skin. But we must bind him quickly and carry him within the walls of our fortress.
He's no hurry. King Goliola of my tribe make him sleep long.
It is a powerful opiate. But according to the stories, this Tarzan has the strength of 100 men. And he may awaken soon.
Not awaken from Kingo of Wakioka.
Silencio. Consuelo del Vadas has spoken. The prisoner is to be bound and carried to the temple of justice.
Tarzan, is you?
Rabo.
Yes, Buana. I cannot move. They have me Rabo in chains.
I will come to you. Oh. I also am in chains. And our prison is of heavy stone.
How long has Tarzan been here?
I don't know. I was just awakened by your groans. Or perhaps they were my own. My head swims even now.
Tarzan and Mirabo drugged the powerful Kingo of Wakioka, Mirabo think.
But the Wakioka are many moons from here. And they are friendly to Tarzan.
Us not prisoners of Wakioka, the snake man, though they everywhere in Africa. We prisoners of Kahali.
Well, now we have some idea of how they lure their victims with some strange melody and then drug them. Perhaps we can find out the secret of their music and their ways. And what they have done with your men. If we live long enough to find out.
Someone comes. This woman.
With man in chains, woman is his equal. I would not attempt to escape.
We are hardly likely to run away with these heavy chains and great locks securing us. What do you want with Mirabo and Tarzan?
The Senegalese is to remain here. You are to come to our trial chamber, Tarzan.
A trial chamber?
See?
I shall come willingly.
When you stand before the court, Tarzan, I would advise you to be careful in your speech. There are some who would have you live, but a few hasty words would change that.
What do you mean?
Oh, I've said too much already. The trial awaits your presence.
This room. It is magnificent.
See, it is made of costly teak wood and rare marble. And the throne is set with an empire's treasure of jewels.
But the workmanship, who created such a pavilion?
Silencio, the court convenes.
Sit down. The trial begins. Advance, Tarzan.
I have advanced to your throne, woman of beauty, but I shall make talk only with your chief.
I am chief of Kahali.
You? But you're a woman. There are none but women in this courtroom.
There are none but women within the heavy walls of our fortress.
What?
We have no men. No live men.
What have you done with the men you lured here, the Senegalese?
Your tone is one of impertinence, but I shall answer. The men who have been brought here, both men of Senegal and those of other lands, have lived briefly. They have slaved and sweated and toiled, as men have long made women work. And when our use for them was finished, they were killed, snuffed out, as though they were nothing but puny, unimportant women of your world.
Until now, I have never held women in contempt. But although your speech is cultured and your skin is whiter than many of your followers, you are more of a savage than the most uneducated black of my jungle.
More of a savage? I am Consuelo del Vares. The blood of Castile flows in my veins.
You do poorly by the flag of Spain.
Bastante! You shall remain in prison until dawn, and then you shall die by a woman's sword.
No, must not kill Tarzan. He friend of my people.
He has the strength of 100 men. I could do much work in our city.
He is a man. Our vow is to kill all men.
But he is too handsome to die.
We shall have a vote then. Either he dies tomorrow or he remains a prisoner among us. Bring out the voting kettle.
Here is voting kettle, great Kahali.
In the golden box beside my throne are 2 sections. One contains kernels of corn, the other small rocks. Each of you, my subjects, will pause before the box and take that which you choose. You will advance and drop one or the other in the kettle. No one will know how you cast your ballot.
A kernel of corn for life, a small stone for death.
So be it. Corn for life, stone for death. File before the throne and drop your token. Tengan ustedes prisa.
A kernel of corn, a vote that I live. And one for my death. Life. Death. I have an even chance.
Back to our dramatic story of Tarzan after a short message. In the morning, Tarzan would be dead. But while he lived, he stood by the tiny window of his cell and examined as much of the fabulous city of women as he could see. The city was not large, but it was magnificent in its architecture and construction. And he was resolved to find out as much about the city and its occupants as he could before he died. His appearance and his personality worked wonders, even with these women. And from Margarita, his jailer, and from Ibuana, who brought him a meager meal, he learned much.
In Sevilla, Consuelo del Barros was a great musician, a pianist and an advanced student of harmonics and instrumentation.
Yes, Margarita?
She learned how to make a mirror break by the sounding of a note on a tuning fork, and how to make a dog howl by striking a note unheard by human ears.
Great science.
Well, with Consuelo was a game, a sort of amusement. Until the day her love was spurned by Don Jose Quesada, director of the Sevilla Opera Company. It was then that she designed the instrument that now leads many men to their death. After many years of work, she perfected it. And on the eve of Don Jose's marriage to another woman, she lured him to the edge of a great cliff and to his death below.
Unrequited love is understandable. It often leads to violence, but all of these other men...
The influence of her family enabled her to flee to the African colony of Rio de Oro, a Spanish possession. But each new man she met there reminded her of her dead lover. She lured them all to their death. And then she founded this city.
But the rest of you?
Well, all of us have good reasons for hating men. I tell you these things, Tarzan, only because you can tell them to no one else. In the morning, you shall join the legion of men who have been killed by the Kahale.
Tell me, Ibuana, why did you join the Kahali?
Ebuana's father no good. Kicked mother and beat children. Ebuana always hate him. When Ebuana 11, father sell her for 2 head of cattle as wife for Yorogi.
A sorcerer. He, too, was unkind to you?
He horrible old man. Teach Ebuana to take Kingoliola, drug that destroys. He beat me and pushed thorns under Ebuana's skin.
But you could have gone to your Mutemi.
Mutemi is man. Ebuana hate men. She kill husband and run. Consuela the Kahali find Ebuana in woods and leads her to city with song of Kahali.
You mean those haunting notes have the same effect upon women?
They cast spell. But with women it mean deliverance from men. With men it mean death. Many will follow Tarzan to grave.
Mirabo. Mirabo. Are you in the next cell? Mirabo.
Medio.
Come to your window. We can talk better.
All right. Mirabo at window.
Can you hear me?
Medio. Mirabo sorry.
We have no time for sorrow. Listen. I have been asking many questions. If I ask any more, they will grow too suspicious. Find out where we are.
Mirabo no. Could find place any time from position of mountains in distance.
Oh, I can't see any from my window. Well, then you don't have to waste questions with that. Has Iguana brought you a meal yet?
No.
She brought me one. She's probably gone back for yours. When she comes, beg her to let you see the strange instrument that sounds the call of Kahale. Tell her you're a friend of her people, the Wakayoka, and that it is your dying wish.
Mirabo not think she bring it, even if she can.
It's worth a chance, Mirabo. It is our only chance.
Tarzan.
Yes?
At window.
Yes? Did you get it?
The deal. He wanna leave it with Mirabo, but it does us no good. They have many.
Is it small enough to pass through the window?
The deal.
Well, slide it along the wall outside of your window as far as you can manage.
Mirabo do as wanna say. Now, he's all the way out. As far as Mirabo can reach.
I can't feel it. The wall must be too thick. Stretch further.
Cannot reach further, Tarzan.
I can't reach it. Mirabo, are you extending it at the base of the window?
At middle.
Well, keep it there. I'll slide my hand up. I feel something. I've got it.
What now, Tarzan?
Tear something from your clothing or from your cot. Make wads of the material and stuff them in your ears. I shall do likewise. When it is late, I shall try my hand at the instrument. I shall pray that there is but one sentry, and I can lure her with the call of Kahale. It is well, Margarita. You are under my spell.
I do your bidding.
Unlock the door. Are you the only sentry?
Two, by outer gate.
Give me the key to Mirabo's cell and the keys to our chains. Now, go into my cell and lie down. Sleep gently, Margarita. Sleep well. You can take the plugs from your ears, Mirabo. We're beyond their call now. Take the plugs out, I said.
Oh, why did we not destroy city and kill women, Buana?
Ours is not to destroy, Mirabo. An eye for an eye and a death for a death has never solved any problem. Those women back there have minds that are twisted and warped. They require help. We will report fully to the authorities in Dakar, and then you will return to your people and I to mine.
It is good, Tarzan.
Many moons later, Tarzan approached the village of the Punya tribe once more. After his experience with the women of Kahili, his mind echoed with a sentiment sometimes expressed by other men. I care not if I never see another woman as long as I live. But as it so happened, Sui, the native girl to whom he had entrusted his parrot, Bill, was the first person he saw upon entering the kraal.
Hello, Sui.
Tarzan, you are back.
I've come for Bill. Now I shall take him to my home and teach him many words.
Teach other birds also.
Other birds?
Bill lay eggs and hatch them while Tarzan is gone.
You mean Bill turned out to be a female?
Yes.
Oh, then you keep him, Sui. Tarzan has had quite enough to do with a female of the species for a long, long time.
From From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of Strange Island.
Lieutenant Jacques Corday stood by the window of the officer's room, scowling out at the sun-baked parade grounds and the blue ocean beyond it. He disliked the British, who shared the authority of the sector. He hated Africa.
Africa. No, I was talking to myself, Captain Lawrence. I find myself a vastly more amusing conversationalist than any of you British.
I dare say the fine art of conversation has become lost to those of us who've been here for many years.
How do you stand it? The eat, the insects, the rotten food, the filthy people. If it were up to me, I would exterminate them all.
Even if I agreed with you, which I don't, I hardly believe our combined forces could conquer the Bushmen. They have the power of numbers, of jungle skill, and of great cleverness.
All of the jungle people I have come across are rather stupid.
I know many who are far more clever than any civilized people I've ever met.
So?
Not that he's typical, but there's a white jungle man by the name of Tarzan, for example.
Tarzan? I've heard of him. He's the jungle lord, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, many call him by that title. Well, what I was going to say...
If someone were to reveal his superiority to this Tarzan, he would be a man of importance around here, no?
Yes, I suppose so.
And this man would then be in a position to make requests, for a transfer or for other favors, I imagine?
I don't know what you have in mind, Lieutenant Corday, but I should like you to know that Tarzan is my friend. Furthermore, we're here to enforce law, not to stir up trouble.
But if this Tarzan violated any law, it would be up to us to arrest him, to bring him here for trial, no?
Tarzan doesn't break laws. And if he did, it would take a garrison of men to bring him back.
One man might be able to accomplish it if he used his head. If he made a study of Tarzan and of the law, and then used both to his own advantage.
Now, Africa was no longer a dull place for Lieutenant Corday. He spent his days talking to people who knew Tarzan, learning his strength and his human weaknesses. And his nights were spent poring over the law books that had to do with the African colonies. Every man makes mistakes, and when Tarzan made one, Lieutenant Corday intended to take advantage of it. It required months of study and of patient waiting, but at last a story drifted back to civilization concerning the Lord of the Jungle, and it was sufficient to take Lieutenant Corday and a small complement of men into the jungle and to the seacoast cabin of Tarzan.
I'm rather curious, Lieutenant Corday. Why did your men turn around and leave you here alone?
Because I ordered them to return to camp, Tarzan. But first I secured a boat that will enable me to get back.
Such a journey in a small boat is dangerous.
I have spent my life at sea, but I did not come here to discuss the abilities of Lieutenant Jacques Corday. I came to speak of those of the Lord of the Jungle.
My abilities?
Your prowess with the bow and arrow, to be precise. The story concerning your recent killing of a white rhinoceros has impressed many of us at the international camp. You are aware it is against the law to kill a white rhinoceros?
Yes, I know they passed such a law, and it was a good thing, for the white rhinoceros is almost extinct, and conservation measures are important. But I shot this rhino in order to save a life.
No, the law does not stipulate any exceptions.
But surely those who passed the law did not intend to stop.
I was told you would try to talk your way out of this, Tarzan, but there is no arguing with the law. I have come here to arrest you.
To arrest me for saving someone's life? Go back to your camp before I lose my temper.
I will go back, and you will go with me.
You should have kept your men here. Perhaps a company might have been able to force me to go back, if they could have caught me.
Frankly, I brought them for only one reason.
What was it?
So they could testify as to my safe arrival here and my meeting with you.
Oh, of what importance is that?
Because now the only factor to be solved is my safe return. I am well aware I would stand no chance either at sea or in the jungle alone. So unless you go with me, you will be responsible for my death.
I have never knowingly caused any man's death.
I have left a letter at the post to be opened if I fail to return. And in it, I hold you responsible for my safety. It would be like attacking me or feeding me to one of your jungle animals to refuse to accompany me.
I am to assist you in returning to the camp so that you can bring me up on this ridiculous charge?
But if I do not return, you will be held for my murder.
I have never been so tempted to commit one.
I don't think you will give way to that temptation. We should have a most pleasant voyage.
In just a moment, we'll return to our story of the strange island.
There is a storm brewing, Tarzan. We will have to trim our sails.
The wind hasn't started to rise yet.
But it will soon. If there were a place to put in here, I would order it, but the island is gone.
The island?
An oceanic island used to lie quite near here until a few years ago, but it's submerged. They sometimes do that, you know. Would have been handy in case of trouble.
Well, it's only a few miles to the mainland. I could swim that far if anything happened to the boat.
I couldn't. Do you think you could pull me that far?
Pull you?
If I do not return, you will be held for my murder.
The storm is coming up. It's going to be a bad one.
What so? Perhaps we should lash ourselves to the deck.
No, I must be free.
You will never be free if you swim ashore and leave me here to drown. Remember, if I do not return, you will be held for my murder.
The storm had struck with tropical suddenness, and now its fury increased as though all of Africa were aboil. The waves lashed high, the boat lurched violently, and the men were swept from its deck. Tarzan's powerful arms carried him back to the frail craft, but Lieutenant Corday was nowhere in sight. He'd gone down. He would not return to the camp, and if Tarzan lived, he'd be charged with murder. He had to find it. But as Tarzan attempted to scurry over the wreckage, the mast shivered and cracked. As it toppled, it struck Tarzan upon the head, and he started sinking into the ocean depths, completely unconscious.
You must wake up, Tarzan. You must. Oh, please speak to me. All my life I waited for you. You must awake. You must.
Did the boat go down?
Yes, it was splintered against the rocks.
Lieutenant Corday, the man who was with me, did he die?
I don't know. I saw no one else but you, and even if I had seen another, I couldn't have dragged anyone else ashore.
You dragged me ashore? But you're only a slender girl.
I was always very strong. Father used to say I should have been a boy. In the gym class at the English school in Lagos, I was always head of the class.
Oh, it isn't possible that the current carried me to Lagos.
Oh, no. We're hundreds of miles from there. We're quite near where the storm struck your boat.
The storm, it's completely over.
Of course. You've been unconscious for hours. But I do think it's time you opened your eyes completely. It's really quite sunny now.
Oh. An island. I'm on an island, a beautiful one. I've never seen such lush vegetation, such glorious flowers and gaily plumed birds.
It is a beautiful spot. I love it here.
But this must be the island Lieutenant Corday said was submerged.
Oh, did he? Oh, I'm happy it isn't, for if it were, I shouldn't have been able to save you, Tarzan.
How do you happen to know my name?
Oh, I suppose you might as well know. I've had a crush on you since I was 12. I used to read stories about you. And once I clipped a picture out of the Lagos paper and kept it on my bureau. Once when you were in Lagos concerning some native who was accused of something or other, I waited by the courthouse all day just to get a glimpse of you.
Well, that's very flattering. I think I have something of a crush on you for saving my life. Besides that, you're a very pretty girl.
Oh, thank you. I've waited years just to hear you say something like that to me.
Years? You can't be very old now.
Oh, I'm 17. It's my birthday today.
Your birthday? Well, we'd best get you home. Your parents and your friends must surely have arranged some sort of a party, and they'll be worried about you. Which way is the village?
Village? Oh, there's no village on the island. I'm the only one who lives here.
A 17-year-old girl living alone on a tropical island? How long have you been here?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it seems that I've been here forever. Father used to bring me here sometimes when we went sailing. He used to love it, too.
There's something very strange about this. Will you answer a few questions for me?
Of course, Tarzan.
First, I'd like to know your name.
It's Pamela. Pamela Johns.
And your father's name?
Godfrey Johns. But I really don't see...
Does your father know you're here on the island all alone, or does he think you're off visiting friends somewhere on the mainland?
Oh, yes, that's it. He thinks I'm visiting friends.
Well, I think you should return home. Where's your boat?
Boat?
Yes, the one you came over to the island on. Where is it?
Oh, well, it was wrecked in the storm. It washed away.
Oh? Well, I guess I'll have to swim ashore and get help so that I can take you home.
Tarzan.
Yes?
Please don't leave me now. All my life, I dreamed of you. I know we can't ever really mean anything to each other, but spend this day with me. Give me this day as a birthday present. One no one can ever take away from me. Leave tonight for the mainland, if you must.
And so the day was spent swimming in the island's blue lagoon, running over its lush green carpet of soft moss and fern, frolicking like children suddenly released from school. But as the night shadows began to creep over the island palms, Tarzan knew that he must return to his world, even as this charming girl must return to hers. They stood facing each other on the strip of beach, and Pamela's slender hand clutched at Tarzan's.
Must you really go back?
Yes, Pamela, I must swim to the mainland so I can find a boat to take you home, and I must let your father know that you're...
No, you mustn't get in touch with him.
And there are matters of my own to be straightened out. I may be in serious trouble concerning the man who drowned when you saved me.
Oh, but you might drown. It's a long way to the mainland.
Oh, the sea is calm now, and I can swim it without difficulty. Goodbye, Pamela. And thank you for your birthday.
Wait.
Yes?
That amulet you wear about your neck, would you give it to me as a remembrance of this day? It will be all that I'll ever have to keep the day warm in my memory.
Of course you may have it, but we'll see each other often. I'll return with the boat, and even after you're living back in Lagos, I'll come to...
Tarzan. We'll never see each other again. Thank you for the amulet. Thank you. Goodbye.
Tarzan waded into the water and struck out for the mainland. And as he passed out of sight, another tropical storm began, and this one enveloped the island. Great tidal waves smashed against the rocks. Bolts of lightning hurtled downward. A fragile girl stood on the beach, her eyes still gazing out to sea. But not by a movement of her body or a flick of her eyelids did she acknowledge the storm. And only a tender sigh escaped her as the island submerged, leaving only strands of seaweed in place of the tropical paradise. And completely untouched by the storm were the waters where Tarzan swam. Some 4 hours later, he reached the dock of a small native settlement and climbed out of the water.
It is Tarzan. I knew he'd
Captain Lawrence. Oh, what are you doing here?
I've had folks out looking for you ever since yesterday. I'd almost given up hope.
Well, let's get one of those boats. I have to go back to the island.
You have to... What island?
There's an island just a few miles out here.
Well, there isn't an island within 200 miles of here.
But there is. I've been there all day.
Well, I know there was one up until a few years ago.
There still is. It's southwest of here, and I have to go back. There's a young girl all alone on the island, and I have to go back.
It must have been that mast that struck your head. You're probably...
What do you know about a mast striking my head?
Lieutenant Corday told us about it. He said you were trying to push him under when the mast toppled. I hate to do this, Tarzan, but my orders are to bring you back so that you can face a charge of attempted murder.
In just a moment, the strange and exciting conclusion of Strange Island.
There will be no more outbursts from you, Tarzan. You're not in your jungle, but in a court of justice.
I apologize, Your Honor. But when people accuse me of lying...
Tarzan, you try the patience of this court. And let us review the case. Lieutenant Corday came into the jungle to arrest you on a charge of violating the law that forbids the killing of a white rhinoceros.
Which I have already explained. It was either the life of the rhino or that of a young native who had been disarmed.
That case against you has been dropped. But that of attempted murder is still pending against you. It is the duty of this court to determine whether the charge is true or not.
But it is true. I have told the court how this savage attempted to hold me underwater until I drowned in order to escape punishment for violating the game law. Is the word of an officer and a gentleman to be disregarded?
Not at all, Lieutenant Corday. But we are obliged to hear all the testimony. Now then, Tarzan, if you were not hiding from the law, where were you following the accident to the boat?
You would not believe my answer, and I refuse to be called a liar again. Captain Lawrence could tell you that never in my life have I
Unfortunately, Captain Lawrence has seen fit to disappear.
It seems highly likely Captain Lawrence disappeared because he does not choose to serve as a character witness for Tarzan.
Your Honor, since I have neither counsel nor witness, will you permit me the right to question the man who claims I tried to kill him?
Yes, you may cross-examine him. Take the witness stand, Lieutenant Corday.
All right, Tarzan. Ask me what questions you will.
Lieutenant Corday, you've told the court that you swim poorly. That you were so busy struggling to keep afloat that you could not defend yourself from me. Is that correct?
That is very true.
Then how did you manage to swim ashore after my savage attack upon you?
Well, I did not swim ashore. After you were rendered unconscious by the falling mast, I floated there on a piece of wood that had been torn from the wreckage by the storm.
And your makeshift raft reached the shore near Malakanda only a few hours after the storm struck. Is that also correct?
Oui, it is correct.
In what direction was the storm traveling?
I do not know exactly. It seems to strike all at once.
And what direction does the normal current flow at the spot where the boat capsized?
You are asking many technical questions concerning the sea. As an army officer, I could not possibly be expected to know such things.
Perhaps I can convince the court that only a very strong swimmer could have reached the shore at all, that a raft would have been carried in the opposite direction, and that you have knowingly committed perjury concerning these matters since your training has been that of a naval officer.
What? You are talking a great deal of nonsense.
I should like to call Captain Lawrence as my next witness.
But Captain Lawrence is not...
I am here, Your Honor. I arrived back in Neokota over an hour ago. I've been sitting at the back of the courtroom.
Well, take the stand.
I'm happy to see you, Captain Lawrence.
Tarzan.
Will you tell the court what you have learned during the past few days?
With pleasure. Your Honor, gentlemen, I shall be as brief as possible. I have traveled a great distance to learn of the past of Tarzan's accuser. I found that because of the shortage in army personnel, Lieutenant Corday was commissioned without any extensive investigation. Had his past been checked closely, it would have been discovered that he left the Navy under a cloud, occasioned by an incident that took place at camp.
No, Captain Lawrence, you must not take
In
that.
another moment, I shall hold you in contempt, Lieutenant Corday.
The holder of numerous medals for swimming and small craft handling, Lieutenant Corday went boating with a fellow officer, one who was a competitor for a promotion. The other man did not return. There was no evidence of foul play, but Lieutenant Corday saw fit to resign his commission and volunteer for African service in the army. He hoped to gain a transfer after the incident had been forgotten. Tarzan was to be the instrument through which that transfer was to be effected.
Your Honor, I asked to see you in your chambers because I have a favor to ask. Now that I've been cleared, I'd like to leave Neokoto as soon as possible.
Well, perhaps we'll have enough evidence against Corday without your testimony, Tarzan. I don't know what this important mission of yours is, but I wish you luck.
Thank you.
I had a hunch all along that Corday was lying. I know those waters near where you were wrecked. And the currents there
Are you familiar with the island near there?
I knew the island that was there. Up until the time it submerged, it was a wonderful spot for fishing. Used to go there with an old friend, Godfrey Johns. Poor chap.
Poor chap?
I'd rather not talk about him.
Tell me one thing, if you will. Does he still live in Lagos?
Yes, if you can call it living.
You said you'd rather not talk about him, but do tell me what you mean by phrases like poor chap and if you can call it living.
Well, Godfrey Johns has become a complete recluse. Won't see anyone or go anywhere. Keeps himself buried on an estate near Lagos. It's been that way ever since the death of his daughter, Pamela.
Tarzan spent all one day sailing along the coast, circling the district near where Corday and he had been shipwrecked. His search was in vain. Tarzan's strange island was gone, but perhaps some clue as to the mysterious happenings and the identity of the girl might be uncovered at Lagos. A few days later, Tarzan reached the city and made his way to the estate of Godfrey Johns. Tarzan was immediately ushered into a great drawing room, and as he entered the room, his eyes fastened on a beautiful portrait that hung over the fireplace. It was a picture of Pamela. He stood there fascinated and yet confused.
Good afternoon, Tarzan.
That picture. That picture, Mr. Johns.
It's my only child, Pamela. She died some time ago.
Under what conditions?
Well, you see, there used to be an island along the coast off of Malikanda. And I used to take Pamela there as a child. It was wonderful for picnics and fishing. On her 14th birthday, I gave her a small boat. She wasn't supposed to, but she took it out alone. Sailed for the island.
Yes?
Well, she must have misjudged the rocks by the small cove. We found the wreckage of her boat there.
And Pamela? You never found her?
Yes, we found her. On the beach she had always loved.
There couldn't have been any mistake about her identity?
Oh, her face was unmarked. Look at her picture there. Could you mistake such a face?
No, you couldn't. She's lovely.
I've never spoken about her to anyone else, Tarzan.
Well, why did you decide to talk with me?
Because you were always her idol. She used to read stories about you. She clipped a picture of you out of the Lagos paper at one time and kept it on her bureau. Once she waited outside a courthouse in the city just to catch a glimpse of you. I thought I would like to talk to you, Tarzan.
Thank you. When did this accident happen?
3 years ago. She'd have been 17 last Wednesday.
The day I spent on the island.
A sort of a poetic thing. The island, it gave her so much pleasure and so much sorrow. Disappeared a few days after her death.
Was she buried there?
No. No, I wanted her near me. You must have passed her grave on the way in. It's just by the entrance to the estate.
I see.
I haven't been able to bring myself to go there during the past week. Her birthday always affects me that way. Perhaps you'd go there with me. I'd like to put some flowers on her grave.
Of course.
Yes, Tarzan, that's where my little Pamela is buried. Perhaps another man might have built an imposing monument, but I felt...
There, on the ground, there.
Why, it's an amulet. I wonder how that could have gotten here. Gardener never touches the grave. I take care of it myself. Tarzan, has your name engraved on it?
Yes, I passed this way on my way to the house. I must have dropped it.
Ah.
Yes, I dropped it on the way.
Ah, yes.
Mr. Johns, if you don't mind, let's just leave it here. My small tribute to your daughter. To the lovely Pamela, who would have been 17 last week.
From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of trouble comes in pairs.
The village of the Bayucos was in turmoil. Devil dancers whirled about the ceremonial fire. Witch doctors in grotesque masks made frantic gestures to ward off the demons. And a frightened native broke away from his guards and dashed wildly toward the beach. He climbed into a tiny dhow, shoved off, and hurriedly raised the small sail. But already a dozen angry warriors were clambering into a sleek war canoe to give chase.
Make war canoe travel fast, men of Bayuco. Send paddles through water like Ara, the lightning.
Look, great chief. Wind, begin, come up. Yanobo has sail in boat. We'll travel fast over water.
Not faster than anger of gods. We catch Yanobo. Follow him to ends of earth. Yanobo marked for death.
Tarzan, open door! Open door!
Come in.
Lock door, Tarzan. Lock so people of Bayuco not get me.
The people of your own tribe are chasing you?
The deal. All night they chase Yanobo in war canoe. Wind helped me get away. But they reach this cabin soon now. Save Yanobo, Tarzan.
I can't interfere in tribal matters, Yanobo. If you've committed some crime or broken some taboo, you must suffer the consequences.
Yanobo not do crime or break taboo. He swear his truth, not do anything wrong.
Well, then why did you run away?
Bayuco people want kill me. Yanobo think if he reach seacoast cabin of Tarzan, Lord of Jungle save him. Please, Tarzan. Listen.
It's the men of your tribe approaching. You wait here, Yanobo. I'll go outside to meet them. Yes, chief of the Bayuco people?
We know man we seek is here. It's no use. Try to keep from us.
Yes, Yanobo is inside my cabin. But he says you intend to kill him, and that he has committed no crime.
No, he not commit crime.
He also says he has broken no taboos.
He speak true.
Well, then why do you desire his life?
He commit crime, Tarzan. He born a twin.
A twin?
Other half of Yanobo die. It is law Yanobo share his grave.
You intend to bury him alive because his twin is dead?
It's law of jungle people. It's law of Bayucoland. It's law of gods.
And while the scene of anger and violence was occurring at Tarzan's seacoast cabin, a scene of utter peace and contentment was taking place aboard a small ocean liner a few miles off the coast. The SS African Pride, 2 days out of Cape Town, was on its way to Monrovia. And at the rail of its A-deck stood a lovely blonde girl and a handsome youth. They held each other's hands as they looked out at the blue sea.
Isn't it thrilling, Bob?
The ocean?
The ocean and Africa and this trip. All of it.
It'd be a whole lot more thrilling if it were a honeymoon, Joe.
Bob, you promised you wouldn't bring that up again.
But I can't keep that promise, Joe. You love me. You said it a dozen times.
Of course I do. But I can't break up the act. Jackie and I have been trooping together since we were babies. I just couldn't walk out on her.
But we could still keep the act. What's Jackie got against me?
She hasn't anything against you. But we promised Mother and Dad.
Okay, Joe, let's forget about it. Where is the princess?
In her cabin. I think she's giving herself a manicure.
And grousing because I signed us up for this African appearance. Oh. Take my word for it, Jill. You'll live to regret this fierce loyalty you have for your sister. She'll meet some guy with enough money to satisfy her someday, and she'll leave you. Just like that.
She wouldn't.
Okay, so she wouldn't. So you'll keep on dancing until you're both old maids. And as you get older, you'll both get poorer and poorer engagements. You'll end up working in some run-down, third-rate nightclub somewhere.
I wouldn't worry if I were you, Mr. Robert Elliott. The Evans twins will make out all right.
once, Tarzan exercised his full authority. The men of Bayuko Land were ordered back to their village. They gathered about their chief, muttering dark curses upon the jungle lord, and then finally they walked slowly away from Tarzan's cabin in the direction of the beach. Tarzan looked after them for a moment and then went inside to face a cowering Yonobo.
Oh, Tarzan, they're gone.
Yes, they've gone, Yonobo, but I doubt that they've given up the hope of killing you. And you can't remain here forever. Yonobo, just what is this native superstition concerning twins?
Two Bayuko people, twins are one person in two bodies, are made like two because of great curse.
Yes, I've heard of that belief.
But you not know what it mean. In native village, twins' food divided in two, gift to one shared by other. Twin boys must marry same girl. When one sick, both take medicine. If one commit crime, both beaten. Born twins, live twins, die twins. One die, both buried.
And when did your twin die?
Yonobo's mama killed his twin when born.
She killed your twin at birth?
Nadio. And she not tell people she bear cursed twins.
Then how did your tribesmen find it out now?
Yesterday, Yonobo become father.
Twins?
Nadio. And Yonobo's mama see new curse on tribe and is afraid. She go to witch doctor and tell truth. Now Yonobo must die, and his sons must live as twins, almost bad as death.
But, Yonobo, you can't desert your sons. I don't know how we can fight against the superstitions of centuries, but we must try. We must go back to your twin sons. We must return to Bayuko Land.
Jill, don't pack your makeup. I spoke to the manager, and he said he'd fix up the dressing room so they wouldn't be
I'm
so...
not Jill. I'm Jackie. And you can tell the manager not to bother. We're not staying.
But I brought all our stuff down to the theater. I even lugged that full-length mirror you insist on carrying all over.
You should complain. It's all your fault we landed in a dump like this. We have a chance to play in Paris or in Africa. And you choose Africa.
I didn't think it was going to turn out to be a place like this.
You didn't think, period.
Jackie, I admit I pulled a boner. But it wouldn't matter to you if I were right or wrong. Everything I do seems wrong to you.
You're not kidding.
Why do you resent me?
You've never been a twin. You wouldn't understand.
Well, try to explain it to me.
Jill and I were born within a few minutes of each other. We lay in the same cradle. We took our first steps the same day. When we started to talk, we said the same words. Everything we ever did after that, we did together. School, dancing classes, dates, our first amateur show, our first nightclub date. Everything. Until you came along.
But you were agreeable to my joining the act.
Because it was good for the act. Good for both of us, I thought. I didn't know you were going to try and break us up.
I'm not trying to break you up, Jackie. It's true that I happen to fall in love with Jill,
Well, it won't do you any good. We're twins and we're sticking together. Nothing will ever split us up.
But that's a warped way of looking at things. It's not normal.
Okay, so it's not normal. That's the way it is. You can kiss us goodbye here, or you can come along as far as Paris. We can still get to Paris in time to take that date there.
But even if we broke our contract here, we couldn't leave. The ship's already gone, and there's not another one for over a month.
There's a ship leaving from Dakar next week, and Dakar's only a few hundred miles away.
Yeah, a few hundred miles of unbroken jungle.
I looked at a map. We only have to cross one tiny little strip of jungle, a section called Bayuko Land.
As stealthily as panthers stalking a prey, Tarzan and Yonobo entered the village of the Bayukos and crept to the thatched hut that Yonobo had once called home. They held their breath so that Yonobo's twin sons would not cry out in alarm. But the Hema was empty, and nowhere in the village could they hear the wail of babies, nor catch the slightest glimpse of Yonobo's sons. Only in the sacred burial grounds of the Bayukos was there a clue to their disappearance.
Boys, freshly dug grave, Tarzan.
A grave just long enough for a newborn child.
Just long enough, but wider than grave for single child.
Yes, it is wide.
You know both sons born hour apart. Last one is weak, maybe die.
And so they also killed the other one.
Like Yonobo tell Tarzan. Twins they are born, twins they live, twins they die.
You speak true, Yonobo. His will of God. Yonobo, his twin. He, too, must die.
Wait, men of Bayuko Land. I, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, command you to listen to me.
Speak.
For years I've witnessed the strange superstitions of the jungle tribes. I've tried to teach you, my brothers, that many of these beliefs are wrong, though I've never spoken ill of your gods. But all of you must know that there is no evil in a newborn child, nor have you found evil in your noble during his lifetime among you. And yet you have taken the life of a newborn infant, and now you threaten to kill your neighbor. You say that this is the will of the gods. I say that they are false gods, or that those who tell you the will of your gods lie.
Enough of talk. Quick, Tarzan, we run.
Enough. Let your noble escape.
Also capture Tarzan.
We hold your noble. Great chief.
Tarzan also helpless.
Yes, a dozen of your men are managing to hold me. Are these the same brave warriors who killed the child?
You talk enough, Jungle Lord. Now you rest tongue and use eyes. You see what men of Bayuko land do to those who anger her gods?
No, not kill your noble. Mercy on your noble. Save me. Tarzan, kill me.
Gosh, this cart's getting heavy to drag along, Jackie.
You spent the first 2 days of this trip telling Jill how strong you were.
That was before we lost the trail.
We wouldn't have lost it if we had guides.
I don't know why those natives wouldn't come along. Maybe they don't like the idea of women on safaris. They took a look at Jill and you.
Oh, yes, it was all our fault. Oh, watch out. You're scratching my mirror. You better stop and wrap it up better.
Okay, Princess. But why you had to bring tons of costumes, gallons of makeup, a full-length mirror, and all the rest of this stuff along is more than I'll ever understand.
Hey, do I have to do all the chopping while you two argue?
I'm sorry, Jill. I'm tying these ropes in a sort of a harness so I can pull this cart and wield a machete at the same time.
I'll take the axe for a while, Jill. Chopping through the jungle will be a relief after talking to him.
Yeah. Well, maybe my hands are free enough to do a little chopping.
Oh, Bob, why do you have to keep fighting with Jackie all the time?
Why do I fight with her?
Well, it can't all be her fault.
It is all her fault. If it weren't for you, Jill, I wouldn't even talk to her. She's a selfish, impossible brat, and for 2 cents
I won't have you talk about my twin that way. If you hate Jackie so much, you can't be in love with me.
But I am. If I didn't love you,
Listen, drums and native music.
We must be getting near the Bayuko village.
Well, we'll be all right after that, then. We can get guides there and maybe borrow some food and...
They're supposed to be pretty savage.
We'll have to take a chance. Oh, I don't think they'll bother us any, Bob. The Evans twins have always been pretty lucky.
Tarzan had been able to save neither the twin infants nor the native who'd come to him for help. As he walked slowly away from their village, his heart was heavy. Suddenly, his nostrils quivered. The scent of Tarmangani, a white man, was strong. He grasped a hanging liana and swung upwards. And moments later, he dropped from the trees beside Bob Elliott and Jill Evans.
You needn't be alarmed.
Careful, Jill.
I offer friendship. I caught your scent a few moments ago, and I came to warn you that the natives of this district are most dangerous.
I was afraid they might be. So far, we've been lucky. We've seen no natives and very few animals.
Bob, Jill, I found the trail again, and we can... Well, where did the Boy Scout come from?
Twins.
Yes, we're twins. What's the matter? Haven't you seen twins before?
I saw one twin recently, a native. Look, I haven't time to explain now, but you've got to get out of this district as soon as possible.
Not me. I'm heading for that village. We need food, and I'd like to hire some native guides.
I'll be your guide, and I'll hunt food for you along the trail, but you mustn't go into that village.
Why should we trust you? For all we know, you may be leading us into some trap.
I failed the last person I tried to help, but I'm not going to fail again, not even if I have to use force.
Now, look here, Jungle Man.
I tell you, you're in real danger. Will you come with me?
Well, I suppose if you say we're in danger, we'll have to...
Well, I'm not coming with you. No man's going to spring down from the trees and tell me what to do.
I told you I'd use force, and I will.
Put me down. Put me down. I tell you, I won't come with you. I won't. Let me go. You may have Bob and Jill fooled, but you haven't got me buffaloed.
Buffaloed?
There's something phony about you. First you almost killed me, dragging me away from that village, and now you tell me I can't even walk with Jill. What is this?
I've told you, Jackie, the Bayucos are watching us. They've been following us for hours.
I haven't seen them. Besides, I don't believe that nonsense about their killing people just because they're twins.
I didn't say they kill all twins, but they have many superstitions concerning them, and we can't afford to have the Bayucos find out that you and Jill are twins.
You think that just because Bob and Jill are a few hundred yards behind us, you'll fool anyone into thinking we are not twins?
We may, now that you're wearing your hair differently and the two of you aren't dressed the same. But if you were walking side by side, they might be able to see.
All right. I just hope Bob's being careful with my things.
Jill and he are still pulling that cart, but why they have to drag a carload of trinkets through the jungle is more than I can understand.
It won't hurt them to pull it. I'm doing my share. Bob and Jill aren't doing any of the chopping.
Well, how can they if they have to pull that heavy... Oh, careful, Jackie. Don't hack any of those bluish-black trees. Thick ones over there.
Oh, so now you're going to tell me what trees I can cut. You're not satisfied to merely tell me what to eat, what to wear, and how to do my hair, and where to walk. Now you're going to select the trees I can chop.
I just wanted to warn you
Well, if I want to cut one of those trees, I'll do it.
No, Jackie, no!
What's this big idea? Practically pulling my arm off.
Did you see that sap gushing from the tree?
Yes. Wouldn't have killed me if a little had gotten on me.
If one drop of that sap had got into your eyes, it would have blinded you for life.
What?
Some of the trees and bushes in the jungle are as dangerous as the wild animals and the savages. If you expect to come out of this jungle alive, you'll have to do exactly as I say.
Gosh, Jill, certainly good to be resting.
Oh, yes. But I hate to think of spending another night in the jungle.
Well, we can't go on all day and all night, too. Oh, I'm certainly beat.
Poor Jackie. She was really tired.
Not so tired she didn't make me haul that beloved mirror inside the tent. The middle of the jungle, and she has to primp.
She must have fallen asleep by now, though. I don't hear any sound in there.
I don't think I can fall asleep until I get some food. Tarzan ought to be back by now.
He's been wonderful, hasn't he, Bob?
Jackie doesn't think so.
Oh, let's don't start picking on Jackie again. I'd better wake her up. She can never eat when she first gets up.
I'll throw a little more wood on the fire. Tarzan may like his food raw, but not me. I wonder what it'll be tonight. You know, I sort of went for that antelope meat that he brought back last...
Bob, she's gone. Jackie's disappeared.
Oh, she must have slipped out when we weren't looking.
One of the tent pegs in the back has been pulled up. Well, I don't think she'd have gone of her own accord. Maybe those natives Tarzan says have been following us.
You'd better stay here, Jill. I'll circle the district, but I won't go far. I don't want to take a chance on your being...
Just relax, kiddies. Nothing's happened to little Jackie.
Jackie, where have you been?
Out getting my own food. I won't eat another thing that man brings back. He thinks we can't get along without him, but...
What's the matter, Jackie?
I don't know. What did you eat? Just some fruit and nuts and some mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Jackie, you've been poisoned. Nonsense. It's just that I'm overtired. I know a mushroom from a toadstool. I'll be all right.
We'd better take her inside.
Bob, look. Natives. Faces peering out of every bush.
Well, let them peer. We've got to get Jackie inside the tent and try to do something for her. Jill, crying won't bring her back.
But to die like that, Bob, in such pain, in the middle of this horrible jungle.
We'll never get out alive anyway. Maybe she's better off.
What's wrong with Jill? Why is she lying there?
It's not Jill, it's Jackie.
She's dead, Tarzan. She's dead.
Oh, that's crazy. She couldn't be dead. I only left the three of you a little while ago. Let me see what's wrong with her. I'm sure that I can just... It's true. I can't hear her heart beating.
Oh, I never would have left her, Tarzan. I wasn't going to get married. She was afraid I was going to leave her.
What happened?
She went looking for food. I guess she ate some poisonous toadstools.
I wish I'd been the one who'd eaten them.
If only I'd come straight back. I should have, but I saw a band of Bayucos, and I thought I'd circle around and avoid them. That's what took me so long. If only I'd... Jill.
What, Tarzan?
Jill, if the Bayucos find that you're a twin and the other half of you, as they put it, is dead, we're in real trouble. Oh, but at least they haven't seen the two of you together.
They did see Jackie and Jill together, Tarzan.
When?
Just before
Jackie keeled over. We could see their faces leering at us from the bushes.
Then we have no time to lose. If we can reach the upper level of jungle growth...
I won't leave Jackie. At least not until she's had a decent burial.
I understand, Jill. I'll carry her through the back of the tent here, and I'll I'll bury her beneath the branches of a mighty jungle tree.
Oh.
Bob, you've got to take care of Jill. Have her ready to leave by the time I return. It was a peaceful spot, Jill, right among the great trees and the jungle flowers. I covered the grave with a warm blanket of moss.
Thank you.
If anything happens to us, Tarzan, we want you to know...
Hush!
The jungle drums.
Stay inside and keep quiet. It's the Bayukos, and they're almost here. I'll go outside.
Be careful, Tarzan.
I won't fail again. I can't.
Where are twins, Tarzan?
Twins?
White girl twins. We see them many days.
Oh, they're inside the tent, preparing to retire.
Retire?
Yes, they make ready for sleep.
Maybe one is already in great sleep.
Dead? What gave you such a ridiculous idea?
Warriors say see one girl fall down. If one dead, other must die.
But they are white women. They're not members of your tribe.
Are still in Bayuko land. If one dead, other one die. Is law of gods.
And if they are both alive, you will do them no harm?
We follow for many days, not do harm.
Unless gods become angry, we not hurt them. But first, show us they are alive.
Well, you cannot expect women to leave their beds when they're preparing for sleep, but I shall let you see that they're both alive and well. Do you understand, Bob?
Yeah, I'm to step outside at the same time you do. I'm to hold one side of the tent flap open while you hold the other. And I'm to say nothing.
That's right. And Jill?
I'm to brush my hair, put on lipstick, then extend my hands straight forward and pretend to shake hands.
Exactly. And try to control your fear and your sorrow, Jill. We'll be all right if they've never seen a mirror before. All right, come on, Bob.
Right.
All right, Bob. Hold that side of the flap while I hold this one.
Right.
Two white women.
You see, Great Chief? They brush their hair so that it will not be tangled in the morning.
Like one woman, they move.
What?
Proves what Bayuko say. Twin is only half person. See? Girls move same time. Same way. Now put on war paint. Same time. Nadio Tarzan. They live. One not dead. We not harm them.
And by tomorrow they'll be out of Bayuko land, and you need have no fears that they will bring the anger of your gods down upon you.
What twins do now?
They're shaking hands. It's the white man's sign, meaning good night. Good night, men of Bayuko land. Go well.
They're leaving, Tarzan.
Yes, Bob, and they're traveling in the direction of their village. That means they won't pass Jackie's grave. They may not discover it for days, and by tomorrow I'll have you in Dakar.
Poor Jackie. I used to fight with her. I should have tried to understand how she felt. But I guess someone who's never been a twin could...
They've gone.
Yes, Jill? Are you ready to leave now?
I can't leave, Tarzan. Take Bob somewhere where he can forget about me. I want to stay here with Jackie.
Jill, perhaps neither Bob nor I can ever understand the feeling that exists between twins, but I know this. You're not half a person, you're a whole one, and Bob loves you. Now, were you to remain here, you'd be just as guilty as the ignorant savages who killed that newborn infant. You'd be wasting your life. And Bob's.
I'll try to make you happy, Jill. Honestly, I will.
Thank you, Bob. I think I'm ready to go, Tarzan.
Jill, someday this will seem only like a dream, a very bad dream, but one that's past. I know you and Bob will be happy, but if the two of you should ever have twins, don't bring them to Bayuko land.